Hey, this is Lovely Voices. I am coming on to do a video. This could be a touchy subject that I'm going to bring up, but I really don't care. I will do a disclaimer. I am not Indigenous, nor my families went through what they went through. So let's start off. This is true, factual stuff. It is not a story. It's not a book that's been written. It's factual. So on September 29th, 2019, I was headed to see my grandfather, who I haven't seen in a long time. And my close friend, Jamie, she ended up driving me. And on the way, she was telling me how her work, she had to go to work early for two reasons. And one of the reasons was that she was going to hand out orange shirts and stickers. And I think it was bookmarks or an information. And I was like, why? And she goes, you've never heard of it? And when she told me, it was heartbreaking. I'm a Canadian, and I'm proud to be Canadian. But in that moment, it made me sad to be Canadian. So let's get on to it. So then she informed me about a few things. Number one, if you don't know what Orange Shirt Day is, it started September 30th, 2013. It was that there was a lady named Phyllis Jack, and I don't know her name, so I'm going to spell it. It's Wepstad. And she went to one of the residential schools. She was so excited to go. Her mom bought her, I heard different things say different things, but I heard it was an orange dress, and they took it off her. And you're wondering, what's a residential school? What are you talking about? Well, it started in 1884, and all First Nation children were required by law that Canadian passed that they were all required to either go to a day school or a residential school. And I don't know how many went to the day schools. I only know that a lot, many, because they had no choice, went to a residential school. They were sent to Halifax. They were sent to other BC. They were sent to other places. I don't have every place that there was a residential school. I'm sure that some children were really excited at first that they were going to get to go to school. Families said goodbye to their children, never really thinking that they would never see them again. So in the residential schools that our government at the time passed a law that they had to go, they were brutally abused. Some young kids at age 6 had to do unthinkable things, and most didn't survive the abuse and the names that they were called because they were Indigenous. Think about it. We support and honor the people in the Holocaust, which rightfully so. It was, what happened to them was unthinkable. There's no word to describe Hitler. But it happened in Canada. It happened to Indigenous people. Parents sent their kids to school thinking they were going to return. They couldn't visit them. These kids were abused in every simple way. Some kids were made to throw little babies and burn them and murder them. Think about it. Why do we not know about this? Why is a lot of people unaware of this? Explain this to me. I don't know. I want you all to think about it next time you hear a negative thing about Indigenous people. You hear that they're savages. They're not. They should have been free to live in the places that was home to them. You hear a lot about a lot of them being alcoholics. Do I know if this is true? Maybe some, but think about it. You think about what has happened to some of these people who have lost their kids in residential schools where they were brutally abused. Parents never got their kids back. Some did survive. And I just want you to know today that the next time you think and the lies you hear about Indigenous people, think about it and pray for them. Pray that they will find some peace. Pray that their story is heard. It started in 1884. Can you imagine? 1884. And if my awareness is it ended in 1996. That was the last resident school. So as I share this story, you ask, why are you sharing it? I'm sharing it because it's heartbreaking. It happened. It happened. Christians did it. You say, oh, another priest. It wasn't a Catholic thing. It could have been Catholic, but it was all different types. I know this is a touchy subject. Some people don't want to talk about it, but I want you to remember next September 30th to wear orange, to honor those precious children that were murdered. Honor them. Because you know what? They didn't deserve it. So let's make their lives matter. Let's recognize them and honor them. And a disclaimer, again, I have friends that are Indigenous. My friend Jamie has a friend that's Indigenous. And people are ignorant. People are rude and racist. And I stand today that I welcome anyone. And I love everyone. So if you have a comment about this, leave it. If you write something that's nasty and racist, I will block you. So again, that's what Orange Shirt Day means. If you have more to add, please do. I proudly share this because I want people to know what September 30th means. It's not just another day. It's to honor children. Thank you for listening to my video. It is very long, but I want to tell you it'll be worth it.